What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another kind of rant video, something that I felt like doing. I've been hearing all week, and I finally feel like that I need to, vent some frustration. I gotta talk to you guys. I gotta do something. I've been hearing all week long about this whole Aaron Rodgers Green Bay debacle, this divorce that is inevitably happening, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because you guys are here. You guys are, what's the word I'm looking for? Therapeutic. And I just need to talk to you guys. So, Aaron Rodgers, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that care but don't know, and for those of you that don't care, see you in the next video. See ya. So, Aaron Rodgers, this happened last year when the Green Bay Packers moved up in the first round to get quarterback Jordan Love, who pretty much ultimately was drafted to be the successor of Aaron Rodgers. This is something that the Green Bay Packers are notorious of doing. The Green Bay Packers have never had a quarterback that has been there for 17 years. They cap them or longer than 17 years. They cap them at 17 years. Bart Starr, the probably greatest quarterback in Packers history, he got capped after 17. Brett Favre got capped after 17, and Aaron Rodgers, this is his 17th year this year, or last year was, I can't remember which. So the Green Bay Packers just get this bug up their ass every 17 years, and they're like, we got to get a new quarterback! And so, they did it years before Rodgers even started, but they... Anyway, sorry, I had to read a text real quick. That he had to wait a few years to start over Brett Favre, but the whole thing is Aaron Rodgers was not informed about the drafting of Jordan Love. It was a surprise for him, and ultimately Aaron Rodgers is just pissed because the Green Bay Packers, year in and year out in years past of the draft, have neglected to draft a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers. It's pretty much Devontae Adams and a bunch of substitute teachers is what the wide receiver core is in Green Bay. Now, I'm not a Green Bay fan, as you guys know. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Aaron Rodgers, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the guy. Off the field, I'm kind of like, on the field, I'm like, okay, this guy's awesome, and when he beats the Cowboys, it just pisses me off, which he's notorious for doing. He's notorious for killing the Cowboys. He's the Cowboy killer. The one Super Bowl he's ever been to was in Dallas, so therefore he pretty much owns. He has a corner of the market in Dallas, and so it's just kind of it's kind of interesting to watch this, and it's kind of kick my feet back up, with a Coke Zero in one hand or a Texas style in one hand and popcorn in the other. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? What's going on? It's interesting. Because if it was my quarterback, if it was Dak Prescott acting like this, or Tony Romo back in the day, Tony Romo gets us a Super Bowl, and then we draft Dak Prescott, and then he throws a fit, then we have a bigger issue. But it didn't happen like that, thankfully. But what had happened is Aaron Rodgers feels like that the Green Bay Packers aren't putting him as a priority. And he feels like the Green Bay Packers are trying to coax him out of Green Bay, which he wants out. He wants out of Green Bay. And this is something that has been kind of bubbling up. Last year, the dude went off and won the MVP last year, and had a season that even the Green Bay Packers were thinking, this guy ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it. This isn't going to be something that Aaron Rodgers can obtain, and that is a good season. He's probably going to have a mediocre to subpar year, and then the guy put up MVP numbers. And then there was that whole debacle in the playoffs where Aaron Rodgers could have took it and ran. They could have gone for it. It was like a 4th and 3 or something at the 3-yard line. Aaron Rodgers wanted to go for it, but they insisted on kicking a field goal, which ultimately cost them a game. So he's been salty about that. So they're just adding stuff. Drafting Jordan Love. not getting a wide receiver that's worth a damn in the earlier rounds, and pretty much taking his opinion and just tearing it up and throwing it into the wind is kind of what he feels like that they're doing. And of course, there's a lot of problems where people are like, well, maybe he's not taking football seriously. Why does my phone keep popping? There's a popping sound of this car. I'm having like a poltergeist in here. He's like, okay, so what's going on? Like, why are you treating me like this? Is kind of what he's saying. I don't know the guy. I personally don't know him. But like the off-season stuff, he's doing Jeopardy, which is cool. That's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do. And he's just ultimately, and somebody pointed this out. I was listening to the radio. That's why I had to talk about this. I was listening to sports radio, 1440 AM The Score here in Amarillo. Oh, it's not The Score anymore. It's 1440. It's CBS Sports Radio, 1440. It used to be 1440 The Score back when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, I just pulled that out of nostalgia. And so the issue is Aaron Rodgers is a big baby. Somebody said this. A caller called in on the radio station that I was listening to. He's being a big baby, and he's a terrible leader because he pretty much, now I don't know how much this holds water, but he pretty much took these free agents, some of these free agents that were potentially looking for a new home. And he's like, they're like, I might want to, catch touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers, or, I might want to, Aaron Rodgers to hand me off the ball and I'd, score a 60-yard touchdown in the playoffs. That'd be kind of cool. Or, I'd love to be, the guy that defends so that Aaron Rodgers can get the ball back quickly. Just whatever. And Aaron Rodgers is telling these guys, don't come here. I'm not going to be here very much longer. These guys are going to be a shit show when I leave. Don't come here. Do not come here. And then he's also talking to people in group texts, his teammates, saying that I'm not going to be here much longer. You guys are awesome. I'm not going to be here for a while. And comparing the GM to the Bulls GM back in the 90s that broke up the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. That's what he compared him to. And it's just a lot of venom, a lot of vinegar, a lot of just crap going on. And then Aaron Rodgers is preaching about Super Bowl rings. Now, here's the thing, guys. The second that he signed that contract extension that he had a few years back, the second he did that, I said, the Packers are not winning another Super Bowl. I don't know if I said it on the podcast. I don't know if I said it to some friends. I can't remember, but I said it at some point. I'm like, Aaron Rodgers can't be pissed if he doesn't win another Super Bowl. And somebody asked me why. And I said, because when you take a giant slice of the pie and you want to be the best, you want to be the shit, you want to be the captain, you want this, you want that, then it becomes an issue when you take such a giant slice of pie that it hinders the roster. And Aaron Rodgers is taking a giant slice of the pie. So they can only afford one Devontae Adams. They can only afford one Aaron Jones. They can only afford so many defensive players. And it's because that contract extension is eating. And it's eating every day. It is a Snorlax at a Golden Corral buffet. It is eating that team up. It is just destroying that team. And so here it is a few years later, and Aaron Rodgers is like, you guys aren't getting me wide receivers. We're not going to win another Super Bowl with this kind of... It's all about Super Bowls, and you guys are too busy drafting my replacement rather than this. You got to understand, guys. Just like everything else, okay? It sucks, but just like everything else, the NFL is a business, a multi-billion-dollar business, okay? We're giving people like Patrick Mahomes the most money that they possibly can for an NFL contract. We're giving Ezekiel Elliott these young guys contracts that are probably a king's ransom for what they probably deserve. Like, in all honesty, Zeke hasn't held up his end of the bargain since he signed his extension. He still has a little ways to go. He's apparently lost some weight. Apparently he's looking good in the offseason. We're just going to have to wait and see what he looks like this year with the revamped Cowboys team. But anyway, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes broke the touchdown record. Patrick Mahomes is on the face of everything, whether it be Madden or Oakley or anything like that. Patrick Mahomes is the guy. He's the one that is getting all of this money. He's getting all the accolades. He's getting all the attention. And I had to roll my eyes because I'm a Texas A&M fan, and I'm an Aggie in a sea of Red Raiders. We live 2 hours away from Texas Tech University in Amarillo, and I was listening to a local radio show, and they were just the week of the Super Bowl before the debauchery that was the offensive line. That's another thing. The debauchery of the offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs. They were just talking about how, Patrick Mahomes is going to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. And so somebody from Lubbock had called in the show. Oh wait, no, it wasn't even local. I think it was like the Jim Rome show, or it was Writer Than You, some show like that. It was one of the CBS, one of the nationwide radio shows, and somebody called in and said people said that Patrick Mahomes could walk on water, and then somebody from Lubbock said if Patrick Mahomes can walk on water, he can also turn it into wine, or something like that. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Wow. You got to do that, huh? You got to say that, huh? Wow, that was crazy. Whatever. Like, I legitimately I did the Michael Myers like head tilt, and I was just looking at the radio like, huh? If Patrick Mahomes could walk on water, he could also turn it into wine. Gotcha. But anyway, and Patrick Mahomes is kind of having the same problems, but it looks like that they're actually going to fix his problem, and they fixed it in free agency, which is another thing the Packers could probably do, but they're not gonna. And that was, he had no offensive line in that Super Bowl. That's why they only scored 9 damn points. It's because he had no offensive line in that Super Bowl. That's why Brady kind of mopped the floor with Patrick Mahomes' little hairstyle that he has going on, that every kid tries to emulate, that I've seen. Any kid under the age of like 17 has that exact same hairstyle because of Patrick Mahomes. Just like every kid dyed their hair yellow when Odell Beckham Jr. was the shit for the 2 catches he had his entire career that were worth a damn. But I digress. Anyway, so on top of that, this is also kind of a culture thing, because the Green Bay Packers are the only team in the league that do not have an owner per se. It's pretty much by committee. You can actually buy shares. Once in a blue moon, they open it up to the public. But you can actually buy shares. I think it's like $150 or $250 a share to buy ownership of the Green Bay Packers. I actually thought about doing it when they do it again, just to say, hey, I'm one of the only Green Bay Packers. But, so, going back to the culture thing, I heard that if this is true, then this is how they feel about Aaron Rodgers. So the Minnesota Vikings in the 3rd round apparently called up Kirk Cousins. Sorry, Christian Kirk, another Aggie, gig him. Anyway, segue. They called up Kirk Cousins and said, hey, we're drafting Kellen Mond, the quarterback from Texas A&M, in the 3rd round. You cool? You fine with that? You okay with that? Speak now, forever hold your peace. And he pretty much said, no, I'm cool with it. It's fine. Go for it. When they didn't even tell Aaron Rodgers that they were drafting Jordan Love in the 1st round, and they were not only drafting Jordan Love, but they moved up in the damn 1st round to take Jordan Love. It's just something that I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So, the question I have is, where do we go from here with Aaron Rodgers? What is the NFL fans, football watchers, what do we do? Where do we go from here? I've been seeing memes all over Facebook, and it has been wonderful, about the Denver Broncos practically begging Aaron Rodgers to come to Denver, begging him. And history repeats itself, guys. So if it were to happen, let's just say if it were to happen, okay? Then John Elway took Tebow time. He took Tebow time, right? And traded it away to the New York Jets to get Peyton Manning. He didn't necessarily trade to the Jets for Manning, but they got rid of him. Anyway, the Broncos got Peyton Manning, and, Peyton Manning eventually won another Super Bowl, under his belt. So now he has 2, same amount as Eli, and it was just something that was kind of like lightning in a bottle. You take the GOAT. At the time, Peyton Manning was the GOAT, and by the time he retired, he was like a shell of his former self. Mr. Noodle Arm, he couldn't grip the ball. That's why he wore the special gloves. Went to 2 Super Bowls, I think, with the Broncos, and just got desecrated on by the Seattle Seahawks. And then they won the next Super Bowl they went into, and then Peyton Manning rode off into the sunset. So if they could do that, the Denver Broncos are in range to repeat history, to catch lightning in the bottle, not once, but twice, with this older quarterback that no longer is affiliated with his former franchise. Now, Peyton, it was kind of like a mutual thing, like, thanks for the memories. Sorry, your neck isn't doing so hot, but we got Andrew Luck. We don't need you. Is kind of what that turned out to be. This one is just, oh my God, where do you want to go? Just shut up. We'll let you go. It's honestly a divorce, like I said earlier. And it's something that I think could be good, because you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. One franchise is trash. Aaron Rodgers, which I don't think anybody could ever call him trash, is another franchise, the Denver Broncos, potentially treasure. The Denver Broncos could get this older quarterback, and they could run it back again. They could do it again. Their defense isn't as great as it was back when Peyton was around. They don't have as many good wide receivers. Their run game is kind of unknown at this point. I'm not too sure about their offensive line, but it could be something that could be interesting. It could, further the plot for thing, and for the entire franchise and the entire league, for that matter. And you could take Aaron Rodgers, and he could say, I won the Super Bowl with the Broncos. I took the Super Bowl. I took the Broncos to the Promised Land. They gave me the keys of the kingdom, and now we have another trophy. We have another jewel on the crown. And then maybe Jordan Love pans out, and maybe he's the next Aaron Rodgers, and he's a great quarterback, and he's the second coming of Bart Starr, the third coming of Bart Starr, whatever you want to say. Then that's great. But if he ends up being a bum, it's like somebody also compared this. I'm going to do this real quick, and I'm going to get out of here. This rant's gone on long enough. But somebody compared this. They said that Aaron Rodgers is like your wife, Deb, that you've been married to for 17 years. And then out of nowhere, you start on the side, without Deb knowing, you start hooking up with Maria, this Instagram model. And she's pretty, she's gorgeous, she's the life of the party, she's younger, she's better look, healthier, whatever. And then, so you divorce Deb and you marry the Instagram model, and then you realize that the model doesn't cook her own food, she doesn't do her own laundry, she doesn't clean around the house, she's terrible to your kids, and she might be talking to some other guy behind your back. That's the type of thing that might Not saying that Jordan Love is a thought, is a hoe for show, but it's something that could happen. When you got old Deb here, Aaron Rodgers, that does the cooking, does the cleaning, you know, loves your in-laws, takes care of the kids, takes care of the household, then you push them aside and you go with somebody younger, and the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes it's AstroTurf, it's fake, it's generic, it's whatever you process, it's whatever you want to say. When you had something real on the other side of that fence, that was Aaron Rodgers. Now, I am on the side of the Green Bay Packers. I'm not on Aaron Rodgers' side on this, but it's one of those things where if anybody here, like myself, has been married or is married or whatever, sometimes you got to go along to get along. So what that means is go draft a wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers. Pay him a little bit less, I would, but a little bit less than Patrick Mahomes' money. Do what they say, and maybe there will be a reward for you at the end of the day. You know, you've been working all day, you come home and Deb made you a steak dinner, or you know, she got you tickets to Disney World or your favorite cruise or that band that you like, and all you had to do was just take care of that one person. That's all you had to do. Just take care of that one person, and then the riches will be that your cup will runneth over, so to speak. But anyway, guys, like I said, I had to rant about that. I'm sorry if it went on too long. I'm sorry if it doesn't get any views or anything like that. It's whatever. I had to get it off my chest. As not only a Cowboys fan, but a football fan myself, this is something that I wanted to talk about. Something that I probably could have done on Chris and I's podcast, but I knew it was going to be way too long from now that I was going to be able to talk about this. But this is something that I wanted to ramble about, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, then whatever. It's no big deal. But anyway, guys, thank you so much once again for dropping by. What did you think about the rant? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let's get a discussion going. Are the Green Bay Packers in the right, or Aaron Rodgers? Is Aaron Rodgers in the right? Let me know. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys!